The year was 1939. The world was already afraid. People across Europe could feel that something terrible was coming. Families listened to radios every night. Newspapers were filled with fear, anger, and war warnings. Soldiers marched through the streets, while world leaders gave speeches promising victory. But nobody knew that humanity was about to enter the darkest chapter in modern history. A war so deadly that more than 70 million people would lose their lives. A war filled with secret weapons, hidden experiments, terrifying mysteries, and dark truths that still haunt the world today. This is not just the story of battles. This is the story of the hidden side of World War II, the side most people never truly hear about. And once you hear these secrets, you may never look at history the same way again. At the center of the storm stood one man, Adolf Hitler. To millions of Germans, he looked powerful, confident, fearless. But behind his speeches and promises, there was obsession, an obsession with power, an obsession with domination, and an obsession with creating a new world under Nazi control. When Germany invaded Poland in September 1939, the world exploded into war. Britain and France declared war on Germany. And suddenly, Europe became a battlefield. At first, Hitler's army looked unstoppable. German tanks moved across countries like lightning. Soldiers attacked with terrifying speed. Cities fell one after another. People around the world were shocked. How was Germany becoming so powerful so quickly? The answer was simple: preparation, secret planning, and hidden technology. Deep inside underground factories, Nazi scientists were already working on terrifying weapons long before the war even began. These secret weapons became known as wonder weapons, and some people believed they were years ahead of their time. Far beneath mountains and hidden tunnels, prisoners worked day and night building machines for the Nazi war machine. The conditions were horrifying. No sunlight, almost no food, no freedom. Thousands died underground before the world even knew these factories existed. One of the most dangerous inventions created there was the V-2 rocket. At that time, it looked impossible. A missile flying through the sky faster than sound itself. People in London would suddenly see explosions appear without warning. No plane, no siren, only destruction. The V-2 rocket became the world's first long-range guided missile. Years later, the same rocket technology would help humans travel into space. But its beginnings were born in blood and fear. And that was only the beginning. Because Hitler wanted more than weapons. According to many historians, Nazi leaders became deeply interested in ancient mysteries and supernatural power. Some believed certain artifacts could make Germany unbeatable. Secret Nazi expeditions traveled across different countries searching for ancient objects and hidden knowledge. Rumors spread everywhere. People whispered that the Nazis were searching for the Holy Grail. Others claimed they wanted ancient magical weapons. Nobody knows the full truth, but many secret missions really did happen. And even today, historians still debate what Nazi leaders were truly searching for. But while strange mysteries captured attention, something far darker was happening behind closed doors. Millions of innocent people were being arrested. Families disappeared overnight. Children cried as soldiers separated them from their parents. Entire communities vanished. The Nazi concentration camps became places of unimaginable horror. People arrived packed inside trains with no idea what waited for them. Inside the camps, prisoners were starved, beaten, and forced into hard labor. But some victims suffered even worse. Nazi doctors carried out horrifying experiments on living humans. They tested diseases, freezing temperatures, chemicals, painful surgeries, many verses. Victims were children. Most never survived. The world would later discover these crimes and struggle to believe humans could do such things to one another. Survivors described endless fear, smoke rising into the sky, screams during the night, and the terrifying silence that followed. World War II revealed how dangerous hatred could become when combined with power and propaganda. But the darkness was not limited to Europe. Across the Pacific Ocean, another brutal war was growing. Japan was expanding across Asia with deadly force. Then, on December 7, 1941, everything changed. Japanese planes attacked Pearl Harbor. American ships exploded in flames. Soldiers jumped into burning water trying to survive. Within hours, the United States officially entered World War II. And once America joined the war, the conflict became even larger and more terrifying. Battles erupted across oceans, jungles, and islands. Young soldiers barely out of school suddenly found themselves surrounded, dead by bullets, explosions, and death. Some fought in freezing winters. Others fought in jungles filled with disease and hunger. Many never returned home. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, the United States had started working on one of the most secret projects in human history, the Manhattan Project. Scientists secretly gathered in hidden laboratories to build a weapon unlike anything the world had ever seen. Even many workers involved did not fully understand what they were creating. Everything remained classified, guarded, hidden. The goal was terrifying: to create a bomb powerful enough to end the war instantly. For years, scientists worked under extreme pressure. Then, in 1945, the secret weapon was finally ready. On August 6, 1945, an American bomber flew above the Japanese city of Hiroshima. Moments later, the world changed forever. A single atomic bomb exploded over the city. In seconds, buildings disappeared, people vanished. The heat became so powerful that a dose burned into walls. Thousands died instantly. Others wandered through destroyed streets searching for family members who no longer existed. 3 days later, another atomic bomb hit Nagasaki. The destruction shocked the entire world. Humanity had entered the nuclear age. For the first time in history, humans had created a weapon capable of destroying entire cities within moments. Many scientists later admitted they felt guilty. Some believed they had opened the door to humanity's destruction, and perhaps they were right. Because after World War II ended, the world would live in fear of nuclear war forever. But even during the chaos of war, mysteries continued to grow. One of the greatest mysteries involved missing Nazi treasure. As Germany began collapsing, rumors spread that Nazi officers secretly moved huge amounts of gold, money, and stolen art across Europe. Trucks disappeared during the night. Secret trains vanished. Some believed the treasure was hidden inside underground tunnels beneath mountains. Others believed it sank beneath lakes or oceans. Treasure hunters still search for it today. And every few years, new rumors appear. But nobody knows exactly where the missing treasure went. Then, there was another mystery: the final days of Hitler himself. By 1945, Berlin was surrounded. Bombs destroyed the city day and night. Inside an underground bunker beneath the streets, Hitler realized the war was over. According to official history, Hitler took his own life inside the bunker. But after the war, conspiracy theories spread everywhere. Some people believed he escaped Germany. Others claimed secret tunnels and submarines helped Nazi leaders flee Europe. Rumors connected Hitler to secret hideouts in South America. Argentina became one of the most famous places linked to these theories. Even though historians strongly believe Hitler died in Berlin, the mystery never fully disappeared, and that mystery only made World War II and more fascinating to people around the world. But perhaps one of the most powerful weapons used during the war was not bombs. It was propaganda. Governments learned how easily fear could control people. Posters filled cities. Movies spread political messages. Radio broadcasts repeated emotional speeches every day. Millions of ordinary people slowly became part of the war without realizing how deeply propaganda was shaping their minds. People were taught who to fear, who to hate, who to trust. And those messages became powerful enough to control entire nations. Fear itself became a weapon. At the same time, secret agents moved silently across the world. Spies stole information, changed battles, and manipulated governments. Some spies lived double lives for years. Neighbors trusted them. Friends laughed with them. But secretly, they worked for another country. One of the most important secret operations of the war involved code breaking. Germany used a machine called Enigma to send secret military messages. The Nazis believed nobody could break the code. But inside a secret British facility called Bletchley Park, brilliant mathematicians worked day and night trying to unlock the messages. One of the key figures was Alan Turing. Turing helped create machines capable of breaking Nazi codes. This secret achievement may have shortened the war by years, but the mission remained classified for a long time. Many heroes never received recognition until decades later. And while countries celebrated victory after the war, another secret race had already begun: the race for the future. Both the United States and the Soviet Union rushed to capture German scientists before the other side could reach them first. America launched a secret mission called Operation Paperclip. Hundreds of German scientists were secretly brought to the United States. Some had worked directly for the Nazi regime, but America believed their knowledge was too valuable to LOS. These scientists later helped develop rockets, military systems, and space technology. One of the most famous was Wernher von Braun. Years later, he became one of the leading figures behind America's moon mission. The same technology once used to destroy cities eventually helped humans walk on the moon. History had become deeply complicated. Heroes and villains no longer looked simple. Then came another strange mystery. During night missions late in the war, pilots reported seeing glowing lights following aircraft in the sky. The lights moved strangely. Fast, silent. Sometimes they disappeared instantly. Pilots became terrified. These mysterious objects became known as Foo Fighters. Nobody knew exactly what they were. Some believed they were secret enemy weapons. Others believed stress and fear caused pilots to imagine them. Even today, nobody fully understands what those lights really were. And as the war finally ended in 1945, the world looked broken, empty. Cities had turned into ruins. Families searched desperately for missing loved ones. Children became orphans overnight. Millions of soldiers returned home carrying emotional scars that never healed. Some woke up screaming during the night for the rest of their lives. Others never spoke about the war again, because some memories were simply too painful. But perhaps the most frightening lesson of World War II was this: ordinary people can become part of terrible things when fear, hatred, and propaganda take control. The war showed how dangerous blind loyalty could become, how technology without humanity could create unimaginable destruction, and how quickly civilization itself could collapse. Even after the fighting ended, the shadows of World War II continued shaping the modern world. The Cold War began. Nations built thousands of nuclear weapons. Countries lived in constant fear of another global war. And many secrets remained hidden for decades. Even today, Historia NS continue uncovering classified documents connected to World War II. Hidden bunkers are still discovered. Lost treasure hunts continue. And new mysteries appear every few years. Because wars never fully disappear, their scars remain inside history forever. And maybe that is why people remain obsessed with World War II even today. Not only because of the battles, but because the war revealed both the greatness and darkness hidden inside humanity itself. It showed courage, sacrifice, fear, cruelty, hope, and horror. It showed humans creating rockets capable of reaching space, while also creating camps filled with unimaginable suffering. And somewhere beneath the ruins of the past, some secrets may still remain hidden, waiting silently in darkness, waiting for the world to discover them one day.